So hello everyone, this is AetherNightmare and welcome back to Genshin Impact. So there is another chapter to Traveler's Tales, the Gilded chapter, which I believe covers Fontaine, Sumeru, maybe Nedland? I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. But there are more anecdote chronicles, so seek out anecdotes by following the character markers on the map. A new day in Tavata is about to begin. As you set off on your journey once more, pay attention to the whispers on the wind. Perhaps the breeze might bring you tidings from your friends. So this is just going to be a more chill talk to characters chapter, like before. And since these tend to be surprisingly long and tend to have more than one dialogue option per character, it may be within my best interest to do this across multiple videos. We'll see what I have time for. So, typically, we find the characters just out and about on the map. So it started with Sumeru. Let's see if we can find anybody. Sometimes they just randomly pop up and you, like, never fully know where they're gonna be. Like, I've seen Sino and Kale over here during some of my logins. I haven't talked to them yet, so I haven't missed any. There we go. Here's two. I am going to be doing this in English, and as a result, some of the character voices may be missing. We'll see. I know a lot of the Fontanian ones are probably still going to be missing. Like, I know, I think her name's Charlotte is probably going to be absent. So I'll fill in for those voices. I could switch to Japanese, but I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be rereading the dialogue anyways. Who are you staring at? Are you stalking somebody? Should have been here by now. Is she skipping her coffee today? Charlotte? No way. Today's blend is her favorite flavor. She'll be here. Charlotte. Oops. Well, if it isn't the reporter Charlotte from the Steambird. Oh, you scared me half to death. Didn't anyone teach you not to sneak up on people? I only called your name, like, once. Huh? You did? Sorry then. I was so focused on the report and photos, I didn't hear you. Still no sign of Clarande, though. She really not coming today? I think I saw her... That is Clarande, right? On the opposite end of the city. I'm not as familiar with Fontanian characters. I didn't get as attached to them, and I didn't do a lot of side quests, so I don't fully remember all their names to the same degree as I do some other regions. Lined up an interview with her. I thought she didn't do interviews. You're not wrong, but if I can score the first interview with the champion duelist who never gives interviews, it'll be another front page hit. Actually, I think she's talking about the electro-purple woman. Of course I get rejected like all the other reporters if I simply marched up to her, so I've decided to take a more roundabout approach to the problem. First, I worked out a complete dossier, including all her usual haunts and routines. Next, I'll camp out in those spots at specific times to await the perfect chance encounter. I'm even learning how to play tabletop games so I can visit the tabletop troupe in a few days and play through a new script with them, and maybe even be a game master. If I can be the game master for a game Clarande is in, I could use her role to build up my rapport with her. Of course, I'd never ask inappropriate questions during a session, and I'd never use the off-record statements in my reports, ethically sourced quotes only. Yeah, this still is stalking, dear. Also, why do you want this? Don't mind the movement in the background. I'm trying to get my computer to stop making noise. Be careful when you run into Navia. Navia? I heard she's an avid gamer. What's the issue? You should practice voicing sentient doors and how to keep her from interrogating every frog that hops by. What? Is that the kind of thing a GM has to deal with? Oh, that's nothing. Talking is what we journalists do best. Oh, trust me. That's considered the light end of the spectrum. If I ever get stumped by something, I'll dazzle them with my professionally hoped spin techniques. Nobody will be the wiser. Honed spin techniques. She means spinning the story, not literally twirling like a ballerina. Is that how you normally handle things? Wait, so when... No way. When I speak with you, it comes just straight from the heart. There's nothing I can't say to you. Sure. Gotta run. I need to go to the Hotel Debbard. Clarande might be on her way to buy some cake there this very second. I'll see you later, and don't forget, I want an exclusive interview with you the next time we get the chance. Stop! I'm gonna find the perfect rock placement. Sounds like I'm doing some astrology thing. Gotta perfectly rearrange the rocks to get my computer to work right. It's just because the one fan grinds. It's actually weight distribution. Because for whatever reason, the magnet in that one be a wee bit off. Well, it's probably because it came through the mail here. Anything that comes through our mail is not guaranteed to survive. That's another reason I'm doing these in English too, to save on a little bit of time, because it's really, really hot, and my PC struggles very, very much in these temperatures, but stuff is timed. Did you beat up the cops, Shivers? You at the front, keep moving. You at the back, catch up and keep pace. Double time. Are you on a run or on a date? I think this one's on a feint. Chevrus, a bunch of stragglers have keeled over. Really? Fantastic. Guess they volunteered for extra laps tomorrow. A little combat sprint training and they're all tuckered out. That's what you get for slacking off during regular drills. Half push-ups, chest beneath the bar during pull-ups, cutting corners on laps. You think you're clever, do you? Thought I wouldn't notice? No way can they fight with their muskets like this. All they do if a criminal bolts. Ditch their gear and give chase. What does the training involve, exactly? Not really. It's just getting to the marked location within the time limit while carrying all their gear, retrieving the target item, and running back. That's it. Their packs don't even include the usual supplies for long-distance deployment. They only have to carry their firearms, ammunition, observation and protective gear, and medkits. That's some of the heaviest stuff, though. And how is the location marked? I launch a signal flare. They must reach the spot where it lands and deploy themselves for battle there. A flare, well, those can't fly too far.
But Captain, please stop using the Gardamex to fire the flare.
She launched it like a cannon blast. Another subpar performance, and I'll be firing it from my musket. Actually, that probably wouldn't be as bad, because it wouldn't go as far. Alright, look alive, you slugs. Time for another round. Don't worry, those who fell out will be joining you. I'll make sure of that. On your feet now. Move, move, move. Run, walk, crawl, I don't care what you do. I want to see every last one of you run at that marker.
Captain, please have mercy.
I don't know, I just think it says a lot that the NPCs are voiced, but the quote-unquote main characters aren't. Anyway,
Keep up.
those are done. So back here to Charlotte. Last time there was 3 per character, so they're going to be entirely random to how they get shuffled. So while I'd like to do them consecutively, I can't. Because how they appear is out of my control. This film seller sure got a loose tongue. I told him to keep quiet. You're not planning to do anything dangerous again, are you? Is that the kind of person you think I am? You think that I, Charlotte, would just go recklessly barging into foreign nations just to get a scoop? I've seen you in Natlan already. Then you'd be right. Yes, I am. But even so, I still need to get the editor-in-chief to approve. I must have pitched a dozen reasons to cover Natlan by now. It's always a no. And yet I've seen you there. Prior to when this would have taken place. I got the timeline correct this time, and I've already seen you there. Not only that, but she won't even approve any vacation. I've been promised to leave my cameras and spare film rolls behind during any personal trip to Natlan. But you didn't mention Monsieur Verite specifically, and you can buy film on the way there. Hey, it's not like I lied to her. I might have just omitted a detail or two. And then the scoundrel that sold me the film went and sold me out too. Euphraise went straight to my dad and told him to ground me for a month. Oh, are your parents into this too? Even if I can't go to Natlan, Nod cries fair game. I don't need them to fund the trip either. I've got plenty of savings. Oh, that's a little bit of a heads-up spoiler. If you've seen the trailers, you already know. I technically haven't gotten to this point of the story yet, but Nodcry is going to be the place after Natlan. I thought it was going to be Snezhnaya. Technically, it will be based off of the individual chapters, but Nodcry is going to be an additional half chapter to Natlan, in the same way that the Chasm was added to Liwa, and Enkanomiya was added to Inazuma. I don't need them to fund the trip either. I've got plenty of savings. I've also heard my dad say he knows some correspondents stationed there, so it's a perfect place for a vacation with news-related perks. The Adventurer's Paradise in Elysium. Its reputation alone is worth writing a few pieces about. Okay, I'm off to buy some supplies. I need some warm clothes and a whole lot of spare film and equipment. Right, and I need to convince Mom and Pop too so they can contact their friends over there. Otherwise, I'll need to find lodging on my own. Anecdote has been recorded. Okay. It's kind of just a little bit of a hide and seek for these. I kind of wish they were a little easier to spot, if anything. I kind of struggle with them. Here's one. Oh, maybe it's Liyue, Natlan, and Fontaine. I gotta be really careful when going into Natlan too. Where is she? I could have sworn. Missing person poster that oh, she's in here with Zhenling. Oh, it's so hot. So it's still too much, but this dish doesn't taste any good if it's left to cool for too long. Oh, taste testing? Having some trouble? You're here! Kirara just delivered a bunch of fresh fish for me and Azuma. Do you not have fish here? You're both on the same ocean. I was just thinking that since she came all the way, I should make some piping hot Liwa cuisine for her. After all, a bit of heat is worth 3 fresh ingredients. Oh, so good. So good and hot. Oh, hot, 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 hot. Oh, please don't feel obligated. We've got plenty of cold dishes here in Liwa, too. I can whip one up for you. But this boiled fish really is delicious. I want to try some more. Ah, cold water. Soak it in some cold water. Cool it off first. Is it because she's a cat? Meow. Still too hot? Too spicy. So she's got a cat tongue after all. Yeah, take it easy. Here, quick. Put this rice ball in your mouth. Dad says it helps with the spiciness. That's a bit better. Let me think. Where are some good choices for cold dishes? Soba noodles? Oh, this onigiri is great too. Just as delicious as Granny's, sweet and sour. Well, that's a given. I added steamed potatoes and sweet flour as well as dried plums and berries. Why did you eat it all already? Tongue! My tongue, it's on fire! Hot, hot, hot! It only helps with the spiciness while it's in your mouth. Quick, here, have another, and this time don't just scarf it down.
Try something new with the
but yeah, soba noodles, peanut butter noodles, cold fish. I made a tuna salad yesterday. Okay, controller, behave. Anybody here? We're just gonna do casual sweeps until we see people. I don't think my PC needs dusted again. Doesn't look dusty from the top down. And my temps are good. My CPU is at 47 Celsius. My coolant is at 34. That doesn't really appear to be moving, which is concerning. There's no fluctuations. And my graphics card is at 52. So, I don't know why the grind. Okay, is there nobody around? I'm gonna warp somewhere. Just to see if, Okay, there we go. My liquid temperatures are cooling ever so slightly. It's just the bar was completely flat and I'm like, Does that mean you're being read incorrectly? Okay, seriously. Where are people? Am I not zoomed in enough? Purtis DI. I'm checking around cities. Like Aru Village, Paris DI, the main city. Because that's where I saw people before. Like I'd expect Navi or somebody at like Poisson. Oh, Natlan. Let's do Natlan. They're probably spawning in Natlan. Are they spawning in Natlan? Those aren't people, they're... They are other things. I do not see anybody. Anecdote Chronicles. Yeah, this is just finding people around, so I don't see anybody? Which is concerning me. They're supposed to be on the map. Sometimes I only spawn like 1 or 2 at a time, which is not helpful. I would zoom all the way out, but then I probably wouldn't spawn in the characters either. Oh my gosh, they're supposed to load in. I do have a concern, and it's that maybe it's technically spawned one, and it's in a zone I can't see. I did anecdote 4 times. Yeah, because let me see who all is on here for Natlan. Oh, you're in Inazuma. Actually, it doesn't have Natlan ones. Does it? Inazuma, Sumeru, Inazuma, Fontaine, Inazuma. Maybe I need to check Inazuma. I do. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch all of a sudden. Some of these characters should be voiced. I know the Tapir lady. I think Yaimiko maybe was in the last event.
Hello, traveler. Are you here for a fortune slip? Apologies, but now isn't the best time.
Not a best time for a fortune. Is that a good or bad fortune? I mean, I still see 3 boxes, so your stall's ready, right?
It is, and so are the bamboo slips within. However, we've run out of the corresponding fortune slips. That is, the paper slips expounding on the fortune.
That's a thing that happens?
That depends on your fortune. We are currently preparing new slips.
And how do I check that fortune?
Draw a slip.
So I draw the non-existent slip, and when can I draw a slip?
That depends on your fortune.
Apparently, I guess I have to interpret my fortune as bad today, considering it took me that long to figure this out, and my PC's acting up, and I'm late to recording anyway because it was storming. That sounds about right. We're going in circles, you know, and how long are we going to do this?
We are. And you've looped around to a great fortune indeed.
Wait, how do you know that?
Oh my, I was just wondering who wandered by. Why, it's you, little one. Are you here for a fortune slip?
That's right, but Ringo here said they were long gone.
That they are, yes. Everyone in Inazuma seems to be getting more anxious by the year. Oh, won't someone think of the rising paper consumption? We just restocked earlier too, and poof, gone again. Even the great fortune slips are nearly gone. Oh, truly, the troubles of being a Guji never cease.
It's kind of a weird gripe to have when you literally run a publishing company. Oh, what about the paper? You make books, ma'am.
Still, you're in luck today. Here you are, Ringo. 300 fresh, good fortune slips written by yours truly in a single sitting. Should be enough to tide us over.
300, and how long will it take to go through those? Also, what about all the other fortunes? They can't just all be good fortune. That's not fortune telling.
Well now, that depends on everyone's fortune, of course. Now, little one, aren't you here to seek yours? Go on. I'll cover your eyes while you draw a slip. Now be sure to draw well. These aren't your everyday fortunes, you know. These are Guji Yai's special slips.
Oh, here we go again. You know, I already did this in Final Fantasy as well. You can see those results on my social medias. Come here. Successfully drawn a fortune slip. Open it up quick, but she said there was only good ones. If I somehow managed to get a bad one.
See? Ringo was right. Yours is a great fortune after all.
You heard that? How, Miko, did you?
Shh. Now. Don't let the whole world know, or yokai might come and snatch your good luck away. This fortune slip was personally written by the current Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine herself, Yai Miko, so it's quite potent. Guard it well, lest it ends up in the hands of a tanuki or baku. All right then. As always, I leave the rest to you, Ringo.
Yes, Lady Guji.
By the rest, you mean...
That's exactly what she means. What Lady Guji wrote were the good fortune slips. The bad ones are yet to be completed.
That's what I said.
Alas, any fortune I write would simply be too potent. Surely such power shouldn't be used to foretell doom and gloom. Safer then to have dear Ringo pen the misfortune slips. The well-being of every visitor to our shrine is at stake. Now, I'm off to write the modest fortunes. Do enjoy your wonderful fortune today, little one.
But if you writing the bad ones because you're a fox yokai results in them actually being bad, like catastrophically bad, wouldn't you writing the modest slips mean that they also become technically bad? She's just trying to slack off, isn't she? Nothing but an excuse to get out of writing too many fortunes.
Please enjoy your wonderful fortune today, traveler.
I can't answer this question in front of my boss. Special fortune slip. Written personally by Guji Ai. Want a fortune slip? Jeez, she's so cold. I've never done this before. Yeah, sure. Got it. Here it goes. First, shake this thing over here. It's called a fortune slip box. Yes, a bamboo slip will drop out from it. Give it to me and I'll give you a matching strip of paper. I'm pretty sure they say it's a fortune slip. Whatever. Paimon's got a question. What do we do if we get one that means bad luck? It's fate. You got a problem with that? Huh? Isn't that shelf-like thing outside we can use to... Did she seriously, Let me see, alright, so it's like this. Tie the inauspicious slip to the fortune slip hanger to change ill fortune to good. Alright, if you get a slip with ill fortune, just tie it to the shelf. That'll do. What a bunch of... No, sorry. We at the Grand Narukami Shrine are most gentle indeed. Even should you draw a slip with bad luck, you shall have a chance to turn around. Something about that doesn't seem right. Let's draw a slip. I already drew one. I wonder if it overwrites it. There's a chance every day to receive a fortune slip. The procedure is as follows. Shake the bamboo slip from the fortune box and exchange it with, Ringo. Would you like to try your luck today? Maybe next time. Puts down the slip cylinder. Because I technically already did one today, and I don't want to overwrite it. I Okay, next I saw some. Let's hope they didn't despawn down here. I don't entirely know why that they sometimes come in groups, but aren't always on the map. I kind of wish they stayed on the map at all times. Okay, I don't think Hazel will be voiced, but it's worth a shot. Cross-referencing the results from the other investigations. Right, it looks like this break-in can be consolidated with the others. Still, what kind of criminal would steal nothing after gaining entry? And just how did they get in? Working on a new case? Oh, perfect timing. Indeed I am. And on quite the interesting one, too. There's a criminal breaking into homes across the city, but they never steal anything once they're in. They just make a huge mess of the bookshelves. The residents are already at their wits' end. Maybe they're looking for something. Though there haven't been any material losses, nobody wants invaders traipsing through their homes, so they filed a case with us. Could we be dealing with a light novel superfan gone rogue? No, that's already That's already the third home this month. It's a bit much, even for someone obsessed with novels. But there's one thread linking all the cases. Every victim owns a copy of a crime novel called The Flesh-Eating Tree That You Shouldn't Mess With. Oh, I wonder if maybe they made a mistake, like it's the author and they're trying to change the book. What's even more fascinating is that the criminals' methods mirror those described in the book. Even their physical mannerisms, down to the way they walk, are similar to the book's protagonist. Wait, how do you know how they walk? Have you seen them already? In cases like this, conventional wisdom dictates that we should first bring the author down to the police station for questioning. But I've got a different theory, and the Daoshin are helping me verify it as we speak. If they can find the clue I'm looking for, then we'll be able to keep putting this puzzle together. The Daoshin are already on the move, and what about Sarah? Madame Kujo-Sara is already leading the investigation herself. She's got all stern with me before leaving. I'll trust your judgment for now, Shikanoan. But how certain are you? And would you say? Right now, about 30%. If their findings align with my expectations, about 60%. And in the meantime, I need to find someone. If they really exist, then the truth won't be far off. What kind of person would that be? Someone with a motive to track down every copy of the flesh-eating tree that you shouldn't mess with. That clearly they're messing with. Truly a head-scratcher of a case. Just what should their goal be? Okay, she's probably going to be in the bathhouse. I was going to say, she's probably going to be voiced, but Layla isn't. No, it's not good. The abstract needs to be more detailed.
Excuse me, Miss Layla?
But if we go too in-depth, it might come off as indistinct from the main body. How am I going to do this?
Miss Layla, shall we discuss this inside? We can sit down and chat.
Huh? Oh, sorry. So sorry. I didn't mean to spiral. I just couldn't help thinking about my thesis again.
It's fine. I've treated several academia students before. You can say I've encountered similar states of mind to yours.
You've been to Sumeru?
Yes. A scholar there once invited me to help treat his students.
Really? Did any of them have severe issues?
I wouldn't go that far. Just long-term insomnia, terror, paranoia, as well as acute tinnitus and vertigo.
That's a lot for a just, my dear. Are you describing thesis writing or monster slaying? I'd rather face the monsters. If you succeed, then all's well. If you fail, at least you'll never worry about anything else again. I mean, not necessarily true, because life goes on. Slaying one monster don't set you for life. But a thesis? I don't even know what counts as success or failure. I finally squeezed a third draft out, but upon seeing it, my advisor just flipped it face down on the desk and said, "Forget your thesis for now. First, you need to go to Isa Bathhouse in Inazuma. Relax and recover a bit. I've already made the arrangements for you." That didn't sound like you failed your thesis. It sounds like you're failing your health and he's concerned about you. Your advisor sounds really nice. It's good to kick back and relax now and then.
That's correct. I received a letter from Miss Layla's advisor in advance.
with details about her situation and a request to provide therapy for her. I think it's quite likely that a mutual acquaintance shared my contact information.
No, things can't be that simple. My thesis isn't done. We just started our research topic, and I have a pile of unsubmitted work for my research group. Maybe my advisor thinks I'm totally useless and wants to get rid of me. Layla, snap out of it. The lights left her eyes. This must be my advisor's gift. The last bath I'll ever take. Girl, snap out of it. Once I return to the academia, I'll be expelled, and then left alone in a corner, doing star charts. Doing star charts forever. It's not gonna happen. Get a hold of yourself, Layla. You're spiraling.
It's just as the letter said. Her symptoms are extremely severe. How long has she had this condition? However, her advisor's letter clearly acknowledges her abilities, emphasizing constantly that she is their most outstanding student.
Okay, but you can be an excellent student, and that doesn't erase the fact that you have depression and anxiety.
Perhaps it's
And insomnia.
Layla who doesn't believe in her own abilities, thus triggering these symptoms. Evidently, a more thorough evaluation is required.
Excuse me. I'm going in now. If there's any letters for me, please sign for them. I don't know how I feel about letting you go in. I kind of want to supervise because I don't want you doing anything that you'd regret later. Why does it feel like her condition's worsened? Please help her, Mizuki.
Don't worry, I will help her. In fact, I've already come up with a preliminary treatment plan. Now, time to formally begin treatment.
Okay, anecdote recorded.
Don't worry, I will help her. In fact, I've already come up with a preliminary treatment plan. Now, time to formally begin treatment.
Okay, is she still here? I'm just saying, I don't trust letting her near a large body of water at the moment in her mental state. Okay, next. Is still in Inazuma. It is going to be Ayaka. Ayato. I can't. Language. Wrong sibling. Where's the door? I wonder if people who miss this event get confused because they don't realize this is a bathhouse. The style certainly has a lighthearted charm. I believe Ayaka would find it pleasing. Doing some clothes shopping, Ayato? Now, this is a fortuitous encounter. I've previously pre-ordered a batch of fabrics from Ogura's, and they would typically be delivered to the Kamisato estate for us to make our selection. However, as I was already at Tenchukaku today for discussions with Her Excellency, the Almighty Shogun, I thought I might as well stop by and review them in person. So you chose the fabrics personally. Here I thought you'd have one of your subordinates do that for you. Were those meant for ordinary use, then they would naturally be handled by the relevant staff. However, consideration for attire used in official functions begins with the fabric and colors. Those I often see to personally. After all, given the Kamisato's clan's role within the Yashiro Commission, overseeing cultural and civil affairs, even minor choices regarding textile patterns draw public scrutiny. Many merchants market their products using Yashiro Commission-approved labels after our annual procurements. I did once delegate the task, but vendors rushed to offer my representative bribes, and the temptation proved too much for him. It was no small matter to resolve. I have personally overseen such matters since. A stitch in time saves 9. That sounds exhausting. I never realized clothes could be so complicated. Oh yeah, they can. I don't agree with it, but... the Yashiro Commission's duties are never simple. I've grown accustomed to it. I've already narrowed it down to 2 candidates, yet I find myself hesitating between them. Ren, would you lend me your judgment? This is pretty important. Are you sure it's okay for me to choose? As someone who knows virtually nothing about your fashion? You're one of our most esteemed guests. Most importantly, you're Ayaka's close friend. Rather than being merely okay, I would say none are better suited. In any case, your bearing and sophistication assure me of your excellent taste in fabrics. Then I pick the one on the left, I pick the one on the right. The one on the right is most unique, but it doesn't look as high quality as the one on the left. It would match her color scheme better, the one on the right, but it's kind of like not rendered as good, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'll go with the one on the right, just in case it's a glitch thing. A fine choice. Excuse me, this is the one. Please bundle 5 bolts for delivery to the Kamisato estate. My gratitude. It was quite the dilemma. I still have a few other matters to attend to. Once the garments are ready, please do visit our estate. I'll be there. I hope the clothes can turn out beautifully. With the quality fabric you selected, their beauty is assured. Farewell for now, until our next meeting. Probably doesn't matter which one. But yeah, if I pick the one on the left, it doesn't quite match her character quite as much. Where is she? Since she has sort of a more bluish hue to begin with. I don't know, I guess we'll see. I doubt it would actually change something like that, but you know, we've been caught off guard before. Okay, let's check other places again. Alright, I see some. Over here at, not the fountain, but probably the Judgment Hall. And I'm using these characters because they're my field traversal characters. I was gathering materials in Sumeru. I needed Lisa for jumping, Tainari for Dendro, Ayato to actually be able to kill things. Wait, are you at the... Oh, you're at the ice skating arena. That's where you're at. Hazel for the occasional win, but I sometimes have, not be it, what's her name? The little Dendro Archon. Where's... They hiding? Oh, maybe it's just because Dia's right next to the guy, and I assumed it was a character portrait. You're definitely not going to be voiced. Okay, let's get one more clip. Yeah, these moves are perfect. You're on vacation, Dia? Huh, we mean, small world. Actually, I was brought as a bodyguard for a Fontanian merchant ship recently. We docked at Maritime Harbor 2 days ago, and it'll be a while before we depart, so I figured I'd do some city sightseeing. I heard merchants raving about Fontanian clockwork mecha. Gotta say, they weren't kidding. The craftsmanship's exquisite, and those dance moves, now that's what I call elegance. I was just thinking, steps like these would be perfect for a human dancer, too. Are you into dancing, Dia? Kinda. This is for my lady Dunyazard and Nilu, though. They're working on some new choreography, and I've been asking around for ideas. I was just thinking I could record these mechanical dancers and have them view the clips. Who knows, might spark some ideas. Still, that tall one. Coppelius, right? His moves seem to require some power to pull off. Not only does he have to spin his partner around at high speed, but he also needs to lift her up. Wait until you see the Zen Zone Zero ones. That's gonna take some serious strength. Between my lady and Nilu, who's gonna do that exactly? Well, if you took the leading role, you've definitely got muscle for it. Me? Oh, no. I can muddle my way through some simple steps, but a complex routine, not my thing. I mean, combat's sort of like a complex routine. Last time Dunyazar dragged me onto the dance floor, the beat ran circles around me. I kept stepping on her dress and we both nearly tripped. During the break, she changed into a shorter skirt and had me follow her lead. Did you have a good time? Dancing with her? Of course I liked it, but I'm just not cut out to be a dancer, no matter how you slice it. Still, if she wants to practice a dance like this, I'll just have to grit my teeth and try to take the lead. Guess I'll have Dunyazar dig that old skirt out once I get back. Looks like I'll finally see some use again. Dancing after all. Okay. Like I said, I wish they were a little bit more predictable. There's Sino. Probably not voiced. I would hope Alejandro would be more likely to get back into this, but we'll see. Tighnari's probably not, though. I promised Kalde some rich mushroom soup tonight. Other than mushrooms, I still need to buy a few seasonings. Sino, what are you looking at? Interested in trying the shrooms variety?
No, but I am pondering a related question.
Okay, yeah, he is back. He was a slightly more higher chance to be back. Sino, is he micro-managing the shopping?
It's you, Traveler. That joke wasn't bad. Allow me to soak it in.
Huh? What did they say just now? Micro... Get it? Like mushroom?
Not bad. I like it.
Say no more. I was top of the best. Please, you two, that's enough. It's almost time to eat. Lumine, care to join us? Kale will be delighted if you were there.
Not bad. Still, it's a pity. I haven't found any new shrooms yet.
You mean like new shrooms? New shrooms? That's one I've never heard. Just some newly discovered species? That can't be it. I keep track of all the project-related cultivating of new species, but I've never heard of that name.
Exactly. After all, the newsrooms have yet to make the press release.
I know. You're finishing every last drop of this soup tonight. Got it? If cooking's not bad, then how is that a punishment? Indoors, maybe? I always struggle with this one. I don't think that's a good spot for a waypoint. I honestly think it should be more like right here, in front of the door, or even inside the building. Unless she's under the stairs. Mizumi should be in here. Is she not? Kale's probably not first.
Okay, I've got it! Thank you, Kale.
If you're interested, I can also read the section on Nilopalata lotuses in A Study of the Properties of Rainforest Vegetation. If anything gives you trouble, come find me anytime and we can talk about it.
Understood. Thanks again, Kale.
You kinda leave satisfied.
I told you not to say thank you so much.
Senior Researcher Kale, always a pleasure.
I mean, it's you. Please don't tease me like that.
You look so professional, definitely nailing the senior role model look.
No, I was just helping my junior colleagues with some of her homework on plant identification, that's all. There were originally only supposed to be 2 or 3 people coming over for a quick study session, but I never imagined so many people would show up. Once again, it was Master Tighnari who stepped in. He helped us reserve one of the bigger unused classrooms. We never could have had seats for everyone otherwise. It's just that I'd planned to sit down with everyone and review the questions together, but Master Tighnari made me do it up at the podium. It was my first time up there. There were so many people down below that I froze. I couldn't say a single word. I prepared for days in advance. I even reorganized all my notes from my old patrols. But once I was up there, my mind just went blank. I couldn't remember anything. Thankfully, Master Tainari did the introduction for me and had everyone say their piece. He then summarized all the questions and left it to me to answer them. I loosened up after answering the first few, and I really started to get into it. But by the end, I almost forgot he was still there. I guess I must have been really focused.
Looks like your hard work is paying off. You did put in the effort, you know.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to everyone else's help, too.
You haven't forgotten to eat too, have you? I heard that stomach growl.
Oh, that's right. I was just so busy today, I haven't had much to eat since this morning. I'm gonna go eat now. I still have a lot to... Wait. I still have to go be his teaching assistant later. See you next time. Maybe next time I'm up there on the podium, it'll be for an official lecture, not just tutoring.
I mean, tutoring by itself is technically a form of an official lecture. Because it's not like you're doing it independent of the lesson itself, and you have permission to do so. Okay, Liwa. Anything? Fremine, underwater, it seems. I don't remember if he was voiced in old patches or not. I don't remember. Some of these I'm based off of remembering if they were in previous ones or not. And based off of social media behavior. How are we gonna talk?
I love diving too.
Where's your helmet? Hey there, Fremine, what you doing here? I guess maybe if we can breathe, I suppose we can talk.
Oh, hey. Long time no see. I'm talking with him.
With the blubber beast? I don't blame him, they're darn cute.
It might seem odd to you.
Not in the least. May I join you? I've got blubber beast pals too, you know.
Really? I thought that was something that only happened in picture books.
What did the story say? I'd like to hear more about said tales.
Alright, then I'll share them with you. You want to hear them too? Okay, listen closely. Legends speak of a time long, long ago, when there was a blubber beast who strayed from his family and friends, and lived all alone in the pitch-black depths of the sea. Even as he bravely lived on in solitude, he kept searching for his family. Until one day, a diver who loved to explore found him. The blubber beast had never seen a human before, and was scared at first. But the diver gave him lots of food, and promised to return the next day. And just like that, they became fast friends. Every time the diver came, the blubber beast would happily dance and slap his belly, singing the songs of the blubber beasts. The diver also adored his round belly, and could never resist giving it endless belly rubs. The blubber beast also adored the feeling of belly rubs, but since he had terrible eyesight, he only ever saw the diver's blurry silhouette. So, whenever he saw a human form approach, he'd happily dance, patting his belly and singing.
Yeah, that's the hard part about being friendly with animals, is that they come to understand and think that most humans are friendly a lot of the time, and that's not always the case. So cute, gotta give it a rub. That's not always the takeaway.
Good boy. Here, have some fish. I just caught them, so bon appetit.
So is that how the story ends? Probably not. Welcome to Fontaine, it probably has a sad ending.
I wish that was where the story ended, but... one day, that diver stopped coming altogether. The blubber beast waited for a long, long time. Finally, he gathered the courage to go and look for the diver. swimming off in the direction the diver had swum off to, until he had finally reached the beach. And that's where the picture book I have ends. I don't know how the rest of the story goes. Our two friends might have... Oh, don't be sad. It's just a story. It's not real. I think
they'll be read soon. I think it'll have a happy ending. That's kind of not how I feel, and I feel like maybe the kids in the past ripped out the back of the book just because they knew it didn't have a happy ending.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Oh, want some more fish? Give me a second. I should still have some more. I wonder, just what does a blubber beast's belly feel like? So I guess I'll go for it then? Wow, this is really something. A world removed from petting Lynette's cat.
Yeah, the fur's a lot thicker.
Wow.
Okay, next is Charlotte. This might be the final Charlotte one. I think there's 3 each. I don't know if it'll let me target onto them. Nope, it doesn't.
You don't need any kind of camouflage to fit into Nodcry. People from everywhere in all walks of life congregate there. There isn't a thing you could wear that would stand out.
How do you people just know about it? I thought it was like technically in an alternate dimension outside the sky. Am I wrong? Do I have a misconception about Nodcry? Really? Then I'll just wear what I've got on now.
You'll freeze to death.
Tactful as always.
I'll make you something more suitable for the cold. Come pick it up in 2 weeks.
Understood. Thanks, Chiori.
It's nothing. Oh, and by the way, those gloves you were eyeing earlier, they'd clash horribly with your look.
Oh, well, I was just browsing.
And you won't accidentally bump into Clarand in my shop either.
What? I wasn't.
When she orders gloves from me, I usually have Kirara deliver them straight to her door. The only person you'll meet camping here for her is Chevreuse. Perhaps you've a taste for the Special Patrol's hospitality?
Nope, not at all. Zero interest.
Like I said, 2 weeks, in-store pickup.
Yes, got it, and thanks.
Traveler, sorry to keep you waiting. If you'd like to buy something, just say so.
Well, I'm also just browsing. Browsing what, the bench?
I'm a bit busy, so no invitations to come in for tea and chit-chat today. You know our business hours, so if you'd like to try or buy, just drop by then. I'll be heading back in. And, little Miss Journalist, remember, 2 weeks.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like she just got pressured into, or conned into, getting an outfit. Looks like nothing gets past Chiori. Time to change tack. You even came here to stalk Clarand? Someone told me Clarand sometimes comes here to buy gloves. Turns out he was playing me for a fool. Forget it. That's not what matters now. My priority is to stock up and prep for my trip to Nodcry. You convinced your parents? Mom wasn't totally sold, but I never imagined how supportive Pops would be. He even gave me advice and helped me plan some potential potential vacation spots to visit. And not only that, he helped me buy a bunch of stuff and sent letters to his friends there, asking them to help look after me. I already know them, though. Veteran reporters all. Sound like your dad saw right through you. Of course he did. He's the top reporter in all of Teyvat. Nothing gets by him. Naturally, he's the best dad, too. If we're lucky, we'll see each other in Nodcry. I don't even know what or where Nodcry is. I'm a little disoriented on that. I haven't seen the new trailer yet either. I know there's a summer event coming up pretty soon. But I don't actually know everything about it yet. I see Nubilet. He should be voiced.
Perfect weather for sipping a cup of tea while gazing out the window.
See, you're not crying, are you? Is that Nubilet? And he's standing alone in the rain. Has something upset him? I should say hi. Don't get an opportunity like this every day. I see Treasure, too. Hello.
Ah, Traveler. Hello to you as well.
How have you been? You okay?
I am the same as always. Thank you for your concern.
In a good mood, I see? No?
Yes, you noticed.
I don't
The
know.
morning paper forecasted rain here at precisely this hour. In my experience, predictions of this nature are not entirely reliable. Yet today, the downpour arrived on schedule. A stroke of luck.
That's wonderful. I'm glad it worked out.
Thank you.
It's just that normally when it
Though
rains,
I
it means you're
do
crying.
realize that standing in the rain is only my personal predilection, and that most would find it odd.
Well, you are a dragon.
Are you certain you wish to stand here with me while it pours unceasingly?
It's fine. Besides, I didn't bring an umbrella.
I see.
Something on your mind?
Yes, I recently overheard a few Melusines complaining that the weather seemed to be conspiring against them. For instance, whenever they carry an umbrella with them, hardly a single cloud shows itself. Yet when they gamble on sunshine, a downpour awaits. Naturally, I know that there is no causal relationship at work, having personally tested the theory. And, well, put simply, it didn't hold water. Yet the fact you brought this up now makes me wonder. Perhaps today's rain arrived thanks to you.
Guess I'm just awesome like that. Alright, you got me. I admit it. I'm the Rain Archon. No. Let's not admit to things in front of the judge that kind of doesn't have a full sense of humor.
You jest, I presume. I'd feared this squall might have soured your plans, but I'm glad it doesn't seem to have dampened the mood.
The chance to stop and reflect is also an experience to be treasured. It's also kind of why I'm late myself, as we had storms.
So it is. One's thoughts drift easily while standing alone in the rain. For instance, I am currently pondering how the raindrops that descend from the skies and the bubbles of air that rise from the depths broadly fall under the same category of phenomenon. Do they not? Well, a passable joke, yes?
That was a joke? I thought it sounded kind of profound. Not bad. You can try that one out on a few more people. Maybe don't.
Very well. Your feedback has been noted. I am glad to have received your acknowledgement.
I feel like I messed up.
I am glad to have received your acknowledgement.
It immediately clears up. I see treasure up there. I also saw some, like, behind me. Kind of wondering if maybe I should grab that. If I can grab that, I might not be able to. Yeah, that's gonna be some Numa Oisa thing. Okay, so Porch? Is there another one nearby? I see another treasure chest over there too, but Porch. And the door is open. I've heard there's a way of doing this with Farina, but I don't know how. Like, do her special attacks change? Do you just whack it as her? I know how to change her form, I just don't know how exactly that applies to solving these puzzles. Even if I can't see the sparkles, I'm still gonna lock onto them because that'll give me a better idea of where they are. I also don't want to mess with time of day either because that could affect it.
I'll expedite it, but custom-made clothes normally take longer to make. Should you leave before they're ready, I'll ship them to you via Komini Express.
Understand, you have my thanks.
Oh, it's nothing. You gave me very precise measurements to work with. This shouldn't take too long. Oh, and if you'd like, I can tailor dancing clothes for you as well.
I don't need any. I'm just buying this so I can practice with my lady. Normally I'd never get any use out of them.
Is that so? Yet your eyes lingered on every single article of dancewear in my boutique. If I'm not wrong, you favor satin? With wave motifs and shorter hems? With ties on the wrists and sashes at the waist.
Wait, what did you? That's so specific.
I merely followed your gaze and made a few simple observations. So, how's about it? If you'd like your own outfit, now's the perfect time to have one made. Short on Mora.
No, that's not it. I brought enough, but...
So you're hesitating for other reasons. Do you have any coins with you?
Yeah, I've got some, but...
Flip one. Heads buy, tails don't.
Deciding things with the coin toss? That feels pretty arbitrary. Yeah, that's way too random. I actually...
Toss it. Now, the moment you do so, you'll know what your heart wants.
Dia takes the coin and flips it, rotating in the air a few times before it crashes on the back of her left hand, slamming her right over it.
So, heads or tails?
Which is which?
You needn't look. If right now part of you was whispering, please be heads. It's time for you to buy yourself a new outfit. Don't miss out on something you truly want because of some meaningless concerns you may have.
Alright, boss, make me some clothes.
Excellent. Step inside and you can tell me about your requirements. Over some tea, of course. Traveler, care to join us? We can take your measurements while we're at it.
I'm good, thanks. I don't know if they'll ever give me an alternate outfit at this point.
Suit yourself. Just drop by during our normal operating hours when you'd like to place an order. I trust you know when those are by now. Ms. Dia, this way, please.
Like, we get alternate outfits in, art stuff. Like, promotional art. Even Paimon does. But it's never been in game so far. Maybe because not enough people actually play as the Traveler. Whereas a lot of characters that do get outfits tend to be fan favorites and also frequently played. They're also very expensive. So like, for example, D-Luke, but this was also his manga outfit, so it's not like they did any redesigns. Hu Tao, Nilou. Shenhe was kind of a surprise. Ganyu less so, but Shenhe was a really big surprise that she got a new outfit. And it's one you actually have to purchase. Not that many people have Shenhe, or use Shenhe, to my knowledge. Klee makes sense because she's really tied to the story. Same goes with Ayaka. Kuching has a really big fan base, even though her meta is pretty outdated at this point. Same goes with Jean. These are more event ones. I don't know if these two have bigger followings outside of the English versions. Same goes with the rest. Some of these are more event-based. Like Barbara made sense at the time. But the big ones that you have to purchase, you can't just get in events, they tend to be with like super duper popular characters. Got a whole gathering.
I'm stuffed, and this time my tongue was safe from being burned by heat or spice. Thanks, Chongyun.
No trouble at all. With a well-stocked kitchen like Zhanling's, making a bowl of noodles is nothing.
See, what did I say? I told you I knew someone to make delicious cold dishes.
You're here too, Chungyun? You mean ice cream?
That's right, Chungyun's signature dish, cold noodles with mountain delicacies. It's just perfect for Kirara.
Just be careful with her eating flowers as a cat. I was passing through the area with Shanling when it came up to me. She had something really urgent she needed my help with, so I followed her, and wound up making a bowl of noodles with some sides for Miss Kirara. When you put it like that, thanks to his condition, Chungyu can't handle hot or spicy foods either. Yes, a happy coincidence. I used one of my recipes to prepare a simple meal. Thankfully, it seems to suit Miss Kirara's taste too.
Chungyun, come on. No need to act like a stranger. If you keep this up, it won't take you to see Iroi or Ito.
Why them? Probably because one's an Oni. Is Iroi the, Tanuki, the big Tanuki statue?
Changyu said he's always wanted to see supernatural creatures, but for some reason he's never managed to. Ito's a full-blooded Oni, and Iroi's a proper great yokai, and it just so happens that I can make the introductions.
I'm curious if it would work with yokai compared to actual spirits. Is Ito just gonna freak out and not know why? Great yokai. Do they, Miss Kirara, what exactly are the spirits and monsters of Inazuma like? Do they ever harm people with magic? I mean, Kirara's not freaking out, so probably not. He probably doesn't affect yokai the same way he does ghosts. If they're really fierce, I can always ask the Lanyan from Chenyu Vale's Lan clan to help. Her family's Chiman arts will definitely be able to subdue them. Oh, right, and there's also my friend, Singsho. His swordsmanship is top-notch, and he'll definitely help. That's just the sort of noble soul he is. Chongyun, buddy, about that, calm down a sec. Those two aren't the kind of supernatural creatures you're thinking of.
Hey, don't get the wrong idea, Chongyun. Iroi and Ito are both good people. Good yokai. The worst, and I mean the absolute worst thing Ito's ever done is refusing to admit he lost a card game. He still owes me a tricolor dango for that. Iroi is also nice. It's just, every time I pass through Chinyu Forest, he drags me into playing hide-and-seek.
Huh, that's completely different from what I've read.
The books also say that everyone in Liyue stands on swords while they surf through the skies. Don't believe everything you read.
Yep, Xianxia novels. Been reading a few myself.
That settles it. You're taking the boat with me in a few days. I'll take you to see them, and my granny too.
Basically, it's flying on your sword like a skateboard. Very well. I'll start getting ready now. And I'll need to bring my yokai booklet too. If the sword float, if you stand on sword, you float. That's the logic. In the stories, anyway. Anything else? Sumeru. There's gotta be more somewhere. They aren't always in the city areas either, so I have to kind of like really scan for it. Oop, there we go. And just like that, she's left. She looked like she was in pain, too. Must have had to go take her medicine. So what's it about this time? Oh, just in time. Remember that case from before? I already cracked it. Elementary for dear Heizo, I see. Was there but one truth this time? Naturally, Madame Kujisara wouldn't approve of closing a case if there was any doubt. I suppose I can tell you the whole story. You look like you might explode from curiosity otherwise. She probably won't come after me for leaking the case details. In short, the culprit was a student who frequented second-hand bookshops. Too poor to buy books, he'd just read them on sight. One day, he wrote a letter confessing his love to the girl he admired in secret and planned to slip it into her desk. Oh, he left it in the book. But in the end, shyness got the better of him, and he retrieved it unopened. Dejected, he began to head back home. On the way he wanted to crumple the letter into a ball and toss it, but couldn't bear to do that either, so he began mindlessly fanning himself with it. Just then he passed a second-hand bookshop, so to distract himself from his problems, he decided to head in and finish the novel he'd started reading a few days earlier. After finishing The Flesh-Eating Tree That You Shouldn't Mess With, he returned home only to discover that his love letter was nowhere to be seen. Wait, he didn't leave the letter stuck inside the book, did he? I mean, I've gotten a few sticker sets and stuff that way that people used as bookmarks that I've gotten in secondhand books. Exactly. He'd accidentally used his love letter as a bookmark while reading. By the time he realized his mistake and returned to retrieve it, he found that the book had already been sold, and the shopkeeper couldn't recall the buyer's name. If anyone saw that letter. The poor kid must have been driving himself crazy, thinking, if anyone reads that, I'm done for. I've got to get it back no matter what. Desperate, he turned to the modus operandi he'd read about in that same crime novel to retrieve it. Okay, but how do you know which people have the bookshelves with the book to begin with? I don't know if it's because he actually was really talented due to the book's meticulous and detailed descriptions, or maybe because Inazuma City's been so safe lately that nobody bothers with basic precautions, but he succeeded. He used the criminal techniques in the book to conduct numerous break-ins and threw all of Hanamizaka into chaos. As the case was initially pretty minor, only the Doshin were assigned to the case at first, but as investigations stalled out, the public got more and more restless. So Madam Kujo-sara assigned me to take charge. Fortunately, it wasn't too complicated, and as for the process, well, I'd say it went pretty smoothly. So how'd you catch the guy? Well, I didn't really catch him per se. One of the Daoshin from the station brought a copy of The Flesh-Eating Tree That You Shouldn't Mess With. He was going on about how I gotta see for myself how a good book can make a criminal willing to risk all as it is. When he opened it, the letter just sort of fell out. After reading this baffling love letter, everything clicked. So I picked a time when the classes were about to finish, intercepting our little criminal on his way out. He didn't even try to run. Of course he did. Turned tail and was about to bolt the second he saw me, so I just said, "Did you recite the letter back at him? If you run, I'll show the letter to your crush's desk mate." No sooner had I finished speaking than he meekly surrendered. Hazel, you're terrifying. Don't detectives walk the path of righteousness? It was a bluff. I'd never actually follow through with something that low. He may be a kid, but a crime is a crime, and crimes come with consequences. He'll have to take responsibility and pay all that restitution required. He was a bit too good at it. Feels like he's got a very dangerous talent. That's why I say crime novels that romanticize crime end up desensitizing people to it. Interesting. Hazo doesn't like true crime. Something like this isn't really illegal, right? No harm, no foul. It's no big deal. Once ideas like that start worming into people's minds, they might unknowingly turn into fools who cross the line. Bren, do you think like that? Nuh-uh, absolutely not. Yes, constantly. Right now, even. I mean, it depends on the situation and what it's in, and typically I wasn't influenced by the media anyways. It was probably just a stance I've held for a really long time. Really. It's okay if you do. It's only a crime if you act on such thoughts, after all. I mean, my definition of a crime might also be slightly different depending on, everything. Is it a crime based on laws that assist the people, or is it a crime based off of laws that protect bureaucracy? It depends. Is it for keeping a status quo that no longer applies to our everyday lives? In which case, I've technically broken several. And nobody even cares because nobody bothers to uphold them because everybody thinks equally that they're stupid. If it went in front of the judge would probably laugh. Case in point of one is having roommates of an opposite gender. That's technically still illegal here. It's just that nobody actually follows through with it. Yeah, things like that. Who does it protect? Why is it a crime? I don't see it as such. Oh, would you look at that? I should head back to the station. The pile of cases on my desk isn't going to solve itself. After a debacle like that, I'm sure it won't be long before Madame Kuja takes on another public safety lecture tour. Let's just hope we don't have any idiot copycat criminals. Otherwise, overtime beckons. Again. Wait, there you guys are.
You're Miss Layla's alternate personality, yes?
Alternate personality. Don't mistake me, little Miss Yokai. I'm Layla. I'm just sleepwalking right now. Dreamwalker, Layla. Ah, no less than I'd expect for my dear friend. An apt, sobriquet.
Your personality is the opposite of Miss Layla's. Almost like a mask worn over her original personality.
A mask. Now that's an amusing way of putting it.
How many more masks like you are there?
Ah, that's a nice pose you're striking, little Miss Yokai. What if you do if I were to say more than one? I mean, does it matter? Having more than one alter doesn't make you a better or worse person. More or less dangerous.
My response depends on your answer, so please do so. But let me be clear, lies are of no use here.
Oh my, how terrifying, but relax, I'm one of a kind. And what's more, I'm nothing like you assume. At most, I help her with her homework and draw some star charts after she finally falls asleep. She's been pushing herself harder lately, piling more pressure on herself. Not that she'd admit it, but I know absolutely everything that goes on in her mind. She's clearly doing a good job, but she won't rest until she's found some flaw, even if there isn't one to find.
Such intense introjected aggression. Does Miss Layla rarely receive positive feedback in her daily life?
The opposite. Her advisor and classmates all praise her to the skies. She just doesn't know how to take any of it. But she ignores what she's already accomplished, fixing instead on every little imperfection or unfulfilled gap.
I understand. I'll adjust her treatment plan accordingly going forward. Just a word of caution. If Miss Layla does recover, you will disappear.
Not necessarily. Is that so? Great. I'm looking forward to it. To somebody with alters, finding stability in their daily life doesn't necessarily mean erasing the alters. Older treatments focused on that, but that was more based off of psychology's own stigma towards having alters to begin with. Nowadays, it's just about finding peace within any scenario that you can best live your life the way that you want.
Huh?
What, confused? Little Miss Yokai, I am Layla. I always have been. Rather than disappearing, it'd be that the mask was just been dropped. Lumine, would you mind supporting me a bit? I think she's about ready to wake. Huh? What? I've got you. Thank you. I'm supposed to be receiving therapy right now, right? I didn't sleepwalk again, did I? Miss Mizuki, I didn't say anything rude or do anything I shouldn't have, did I?
No, you didn't. Please relax. You did, however, suddenly wake up during the treatment. It gave me quite a start.
I'm sorry. It must be because I've barely slept these past few weeks. As soon as I stop sleeping well, I start sleepwalking.
In that case, how do you feel now after that little rest?
I slept well, and I don't feel dizzy. My vision isn't blurry either. But I did have a very strange dream. In it, someone was sitting next to me. I couldn't see her face, but she was holding my hand the whole time. She seemed to be saying something, but I couldn't hear it. I just felt like her presence comforted me.
It's okay. That's enough for now. Dreams are cherry blossoms carried by a swift current. Thinking of them fondly from time to time is fine. But should you try to reach out and grab them?
All right, I understand.
In that case, today's session is concluded. Please return tomorrow at the same time, Miss Layla, and please be punctual.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for supporting me just now. Okay, I'll be going now. You know, I think I can write a great abstract now.
Magic note recorded. And Toma's out here again. Or is it actually Ayato? I don't remember. I swear I saw Toma before, but then he wasn't there. Gosh, I always get lost in the bathhouse. Where is he? Where'd he go? Is... Oh, and Cookie too. Which is to say, as long as someone passes the exam and gets a domestic service provider's license, they'll be able to take more repair and cleaning jobs. And that's exactly it, Miss Cookie. The Ashiro Commission is promoting training and exams for housekeeping skills to help boost employment opportunities for residents seeking work. So going to take another exam, Shinobu? Job hunting? Oh, hey. That's right, I'm looking for the Ashiro Commission's housekeeping training programs. 1 second. Oh, I had it just perfect for a second there. Oh, there we go. Oh, it stopped. Wonderful. Sorry, the computer grind drives me nuts at some point. Toma says that as long as you complete a full course and pass the exam, the Ashiro Commission will issue you an official license. It's a sufficient advantage for job seekers. I imagine that with your talent, getting the license should be a piece of cake. You flatter me, but while the exams don't faze me, the rest of the Arataki gang... Oh, damn it. I had it perfect and then it started up again. Boss's last job was to give exfoliating back scrubs at the Isa bathhouse, but he went a bit too hard and ended up scrubbing skin off, too. Last month, Akira helped grill the skewers at Shimura's, and for everyone he grilled, he ate 3. Shimura would have been in the red for the whole month if bystanders hadn't intervened. And when there's Mamoru and Genta, Ushi's the only one who doesn't cause trouble, and that's because he doesn't need to work. Would that get him fired? Right on the money. When I asked, they all replied in perfect unison, "Sorry, we got fired again. Hee hee." In short, aside from the entire Arataki gang is presently unemployed. So they're living a free and unstructured lifestyle bereft of social attachment. Pretty on brand for the Arataki gang. So Miss Cookie, I take it that you're interested to secure licenses for the gang, and in doing so improve their job prospects? Yep, my thoughts exactly. A part of me kind of has to wonder too, at what point too is the incompetence intentional so that they don't have to get jobs? But just dragging them there to take the test is probably pointless. It's better if I get the license first. Then I can head back and tutor them myself, and much is likely to succeed. Very thorough. In that case, you're ready to enroll now, right? Give me a bit. I need to go back and fetch my documents, and also give the boss a heads up. Sounds good. Once you're ready, you can find me at the Ashiro Commission to register. You can sign up at any time before I go on to leave. Got it. I'll be quick. Thanks, Toma. Shinobu strides off. Now that's someone who doesn't mess around. Been a while. What do you think? Without her, the Arataki gang would be done for. Looks like she's going to rack up another certification. You're going to take a vacation, Toma? I am. The Ashiro Commission is spearheading the Domestic Services training program, and once I finish assisting the others with the registration process, I plan on taking a long vacation. Lord Kamisato has already approved. I plan to head to Mondstadt to help my mother with a few things. Your mother? You're going all the way back to Mondstadt? What's with the surprised look? Oh, I didn't think I shared much with you, ever shared much about my family with you. You did? Sort of. Back in 2.0. There's nothing special about them. My mom was born and raised in Mondstadt, and she's a Knight of Favonius. Contact between Mondstadt and Inazuma has risen since the Kakaku decree was lifted, so it's gotten easier to write. Once I got a letter from her demanding I send her Inazuman wine so she could taste what you're drinking over there. Oh, Mondstadters and their alcoholism. But what can I possibly rival dandelion wine? Shame, though. Even a taste of home might be a luxury for her now. Grandmaster Varka's expedition is camped in Nodcry, and she's received her orders to transfer. She's already en route to join them. Oh, I wonder if I'll actually meet his mom then. It's been years since I last went back. Once I get there, I'll help sort through everything she's left behind and see how much Mondstadt has changed. given how far your travels take you, maybe we'll bump into each other there. I wonder if we maybe know his mom then, if she's been there the whole time and she's part of Varka's crew. I think I'll swing by Angel's Sheriff for some apple cider. It'll also be a perfect chance to buy some local brews. Can't find those here after all. Yeah, I'm kind of curious if there's a reason why they're going up to Nod Cry or not. Don't know. It kind of seemed like they were almost doing a war march, but I don't have those full details. Okay, Sino's back. I don't know why it doesn't feel like behaving today. It's not even that much hotter than usual. If anything, it's slightly cooler today. Usually if I put a couple rocks on top of my PC, it gets it to stop. Even though it's not actually touching the AIO cooler itself. There's a couple millimeter gap between my AIO cooler and the actual top of my PC case, so I'm not entirely sure why setting stuff on top sometimes gets it to stop rattling the fan that's in the AIO cooler. And it's not loose. I've tightened all the screws on it. And it still just absolutely vibrates, which means it's the fan itself that's off kilter. But I don't know why resting stuff on top of the unit, and even when it doesn't touch the AIO cooler, even if I do so very gently, which I haven't been this stream, but normally I do, gets it to stop vibrating? Like, I don't know, does it just decrease its chance to rattle the PC case at all? I don't understand. I'm still stumped by this.
There should be enough bark samples. Next, soil collection.
Because like I said, my temps are fine. It's not the temps. So what you doing? Mushroom picking, are we?
I came here to assist Tainari with collecting plant samples. He directed me to come collect bark around here. But these trees are covered in mushrooms, and I have to clear them away. It's not easy. I can't help but wonder just how these mushrooms got to that size.
Environmental factors? The climate, perhaps?
Right. Tainari also talked about how the environmental factors influencing the growth of fungi are extremely complex and varied, each interacting with the others. Even the smallest change in one variable can greatly impact their growth process.
I thought you were from Spontamod. Since when are this entered in Amurta's work?
No, I've simply been pondering a question these past few days. Do you know why fungi only grow on trees and not on grilled meat?
I mean, some fungi can grow on grilled meat. It's not a mushroom, but it is a mossy fungus.
Because that's what they've always done. They're all...
fun guys.
Vegetarians.
Oh god. But they aren't. They literally aren't. Anyway. Ooh, gotta be really, really careful with this one. Do not, under any circumstances, go towards the front. Can I come in the back door? No? And I know you guys can't hear the fan as much, but it still drives me crazy. Thankfully my microphone dampener works, but I still have to hear it. Sometimes it picks it up. Oh, you're absolutely right. Nothing beats Mondstadt's dandelion wine. It's your long-awaited homecoming, so drink up. Make the most of it. Oh, and while the apple cider and dandelion wine here are the stellar, I must also recommend the cocktails. Death Afternoon is a personal favorite. Oh, sound advice, Sir Kaya. Let me see. Oh, Lamine, I can't believe we actually did run into each other here. Welcome back to Mondstadt. I'd say being Mondstadt agrees with you. Absolutely. The windmills, the Archon statue in the square, and Mom's favorite tavern. Everything's exactly as I remembered. The same in my dreams. It's wonderful. And the things you had to take care of? Wonder how many years he's been away. I've already sorted through everything with my mother. That my mother left for me. Some were important documents, others old mementos, but everything was in good shape. He still has an Inazuman, vision, though. I also inspected and cleaned the house thoroughly. Old places that stay empty too long tend to start falling apart after all. Leaks here, cracks there. I just finished cleanup. It took way longer than I expected. Though I thought I'd pop out for some fresh air, and that's when I bumped into Sir Kaya. Sir Toma, you're always welcome here. The honorary knight isn't alone in being glad to see Ulrich's son returned. I'm sure you feel the same, Who's Ulrich? I know it's probably his mom, but absolutely, be sure to come back when you get the chance. Thank you both. Honestly, if I hadn't run into Sir Kaya, I'd have struggled to even begin catching up on anything that's changed here. Think nothing of it. Ulrich joined the Knights of Avonius before me, and it's my pleasure to assist her family. Besides, I'm rather enjoying my time with you. Hearing a Mondstadter's first-hand account of Inazuma beats learning about it from reports any day. I kind of... Ulrich Genshin, have we seen... Oh! It's her! We haven't met her yet. I think. No, maybe not. It put a picture next to it. Is it the same character? Is that Ulrich? It says it is, but it doesn't have any, It doesn't have any picture on it. It only has the picture on the outside when I click it. Maybe it's the wrong article, but on the Genshin Impact wiki, it has a blue-haired character, but I don't think they matched it to the right one. Yeah. I don't think it's probably the same person, because otherwise I think they would show more of similar characters. Like, I feel like I'd seen more of her for who they're showing. I don't think that's it. New Genshin characters. Who are you? Inefa. Okay, I think her name's actually Inefa. Because on the actual wiki, yeah, her name's Inefa, not Ulrich. But for some reason, on the wiki, they currently have Inefa's picture on Ulrich, and it kind of drives me just a little bonkers there for a second. That's why I was like, wait, what? Sorry. Besides, I'm rather enjoying my time with you. Hearing a Mondstadt's first-hand account of Inazuma beats learning about it from reports any day. If you're interested in hearing more, then maybe we can exchange addresses. There's lots of things that can't be explained in a few short words over drinks. Gladly. Just address your letters to the Knights of Avonius, and on your end, you can send them to the Yashiro Commission in Inazuma. Only half a day back home, and I've already run into an old friend and met a new one who knows my family. That's too much good fortune not to toast. Cheers. Oh, Death Afternoon. Now that's strong stuff. Not feeling so good all of a sudden? Oh dear, are you quite alright? I wish I could handle stronger liquor, but I can hardly feel my face turning redder as a beet just after one glass. Have some non-alcoholic cider with me then. Get yourself rehydrated so it doesn't hit as hard. Surprising. Ulrich could drink most sailors under the table. Yeah, I remember tagging along with her to the Knights of Avonius banquets. They were right here at the Angel Share. Then all the adults were drinking dandelion wine and apple cider, and I was the only one stuck drinking the non-alcoholic version. Drove me mad, too. How old are you? Let me guess what happened next. You snuck a taste of the grown-up drinks. Busted. I swapped my glass with one of the adults, and I recall being seated near the kitchen. What Mondstadt kid hasn't pulled that trick at least once? D-Luke and I did something similar when we were children. I knew it. There's some things only fellow Mondstadters really understand. Making yourself extremely sick as children. Anyway, that drink burned young me's throat like wildfire. Later my mother sent some apple cider to Inazuma. I thought the taste might be mellower than I remembered, given it had been so long. Nope, still burned all the way down. I ended up having to share the rest with the other Kamisato retainers, but they loved it. Gave me a whole pile of gifts too, which I sent back here along with my letter. Huh, and that was the time that Ulrich was passing out Inazuman snacks to everyone. Is that why? Maybe. Did you get to try any? I did. Dango, I believe. Good stuff, too. To whom at the Ashiro Commission do I owe my thanks? The Dango, I think that was Miss Kamisato. Lord Kamisato sent tempura. Hirotatsu sent seasoned onigiri. Just 2 bottles for a whole smorgasbord of snacks. Well, like mother, like son. That was your kindness and enthusiasm being gifted back to you, I'd say. You may not have heard, but when your mother left for Nodcry, we Knights threw a farewell party here. It was supposed to be a small event, but so many people attended that the place was packed. Take it from someone with first-hand experience. I don't know if that was one of the events I haven't done yet. I don't think it is. Free-spirited and thoughtful, gentle and kind. Ulrich is the very model of a knight. Looks like the apple doesn't fall far from the family tree. Looks like you're getting on great. She'll be thrilled to hear that. Next time I write to her, I'll be sure to pass your kind words along. I thought he didn't get along that well with his mom in the beginning. Like, maybe he's rekindling the relationship, but I thought part of the reason he was here was, like, he didn't really get along that well with his family. Maybe toss in a bottle of good Inazuman sake, but for now, how about we switch to non-alcoholic cider? Fine by me. A little variety never hurt anyone. I haven't exactly gotten around to re-editing the Inazuma videos yet. I'm almost done with the Mondstadt and Liyue ones, though. I'm at about 112, and I think there's like 135 in that playlist. I want to say it's 130 something, so I'm getting pretty darn close. In another month or so, I'll be moving on to Inazuma. Between having heard your tales and making a new friend, this round's on me, yours included, Honorary Knight. Do you mind if I do? I just know Inazuma is probably going to take me longer to edit because, oh my gosh, there's so much to edit. By the way, Toma, you have never finished telling those yokai legends you mentioned before. You, Toma, and Kaya talk about the tales of Inazuma and yokai, and before you know it, the text fades before you finish reading the screen. Kitsune and Baki Tanuki making a bet, and that's a story. Actually, it's not a story. It's true. If you ever visit Inazuma, you can come find me at the Ashiro Commission. I'll introduce you to real yokai. In Inazuma, whether Oni or Tengu, they work honest jobs like everyone else. I'm already looking forward to it. Today's drinking session has been most fruitful. Then it's settled. I expect that I'll be thrilled to have you as the new friend. Also, is Kaya double agenting for Nodcry as a potential Conrian? I'm just kind of curious if maybe he's sleuthing out the party that's invading through Toma. I see this potentially backfiring. You treated us today. Next time it'll be on me. Ah, you really are your mother's son. Every bit as generous. I'll hold you to it. Okay. Back down and around. Let's just... There we go. I see... I can't think of her name. Shoot. Lynette and Nubilette. Ooh, she's in the building. Okay. Or underground, or I forget how this works. Where am I going? Yeah, it is underground. Question is, though, where? I think they have a house in here, don't they? I forget where it is, though. could have sworn you guys had like a house underground here. Maybe not? Oh, that's you. She's probably not voiced. Next, turn counterclockwise twice. Machine rumbles in resentment, indicator lights flashing furiously. By the end, all of them are extinguished in a final declaration. Good. It's broken. Good? I was gonna say, this sounds like me with this PC right now. Sometimes the actual lights do flash inside of it for the colors. I think too, since my lights are running through IQ, they just don't really like it. Every single tip I've read, excuse me, says to switch to another program for the lighting. Fine. Thanks, and you? What exactly are you doing? Assisting the Floof Sandra's residents. They've received some discarded machinery lately. The plan was to dismantle everything and sell the parts as usual. But some would never power off normally. This one randomly kept restarting in the middle of the night. They'd clatter all around, terrifying anyone at night. Someone even got so scared they fell into the water and nearly drowned. Then he happened to come by for a magic show and promised to help them out. Feels like this should be Fremene's time to shine. He only knows how to fix machines so they work, not how to fix them so they break. But I do. You don't have to be proud of it. Fix them so they break. That's a new one. Anyway, Linny asked me to come help. He'll be bringing me a cake soon. 1 machine, 1 cake. Didn't know she had such a sweet tooth. 3 machines left. Excuse me. The reward for the next machine is a berry cake. Berry jam filling, a tart sugar syrup glaze with ladyfinger base, and decorated with mint chocolate. It kind of sounds like those things all clash. Alright, Nuvolette should be on the outside. This way maybe? Is he gonna be up top? Nope, he's down below. He's with the Melusine.
So, you recommend Chioria Boutique's seasonal children's clothing line?
Yes, Monsieur Nuvolette.
Oh, why aren't you voiced?
Olaf often invites Kirara to Chiori Boutique to try on outfits, and they take a bunch of photos. They're all adorable, too.
In that case, I shall place an order.
She must have a dedicated BA that's not back yet. Mind if I drop in?
Greetings, traveler.
Hey there. Great timing. Monsieur Nuvolette's added a new stop to his itinerary, and we're just discussing what kind of gifts to bring.
A new stop? What kind of gifts?
A rare opportunity to take a vacation has arisen, and I plan to use it to visit the Melusines in Merosea Village. It has been some time since my last visit, and as such meetings are hard to come by, I wish to prepare some gifts. As you are here, might I solicit your advice? I believe you have already befriended a number of Melusines. As such, your insights would be most valuable.
I have a Melusine friend who loves to paint.
Oh, right, I remember. Serene's letters mentioned that Mary has always been passionate about art.
I don't think I fully completed that quest, but I did start it.
Indeed. Given the environmental variations there, some waterproof paints would make a good gift.
There's no Melusine who doesn't like mechanical components.
Yeah, that's true. I can help pick out some. The Clockwork Workshops usually sell spare components at a discount, and Clockwork toys, too.
Then I shall leave their procurement to you. Thank you. Prioritize what you like, without regard to cost. I will ensure you have an ample budget.
You can never go wrong with making food. Yes, you can.
Oh, I fear my culinary experience only extends to making soups.
You can't go wrong in making food, they say to someone who's literally allergic to things like onions.
Sidine, are there any foods particularly popular among the Melusines recently?
Let me think. Yeah, cakes, macarons, blubber, profiterole, pâté de fruit. Oh, right, and lots of snacks like Fistos and Fanta.
Oh.
It's okay to eat stuff like that in moderation, as long as you're happy, right?
I understand.
They're into the children's junk food.
Everyone has different tastes. And in the interests of fairness and justice, we should have prepared a greater variety of gifts from the start. It is decided. Every one of those ideas shall be adopted. Thank you both for your suggestions. Once the purchases have been made, I will have someone package them up and send each to their respective recipients. Sidine, I believe your delivery address is still the Palais Momonia, yes?
Me? I get a present too? But aren't they for everyone in the Mercy Village?
Of course. As I said, opportunities like this are hard to come by, so every Melazine should receive a gift. And you are a Melazine too, are you not?
Yes, thank you, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Or one of the cooking YouTubers I follow recently went, I think, to France. And he came back and he literally had like a suitcase of butters. And he's like, here's our souvenir gifts. And it's just butter. Just an absolute royal ton of butter. Okay, Linny might be voiced. Because they have a house out here, but I also thought they had a residence, quote unquote, in that underwater section too. Under the city section, I shouldn't say underwater. I mean, it's trying to go underwater.
Still a ways to go.
Ninny, what are you doing here?
Traveler. I never imagined I'd run into you here. Seems I owe that Gust just now an apology.
What Gust? Gust?
It blew my hat away, seemingly for no reason. But no sooner had I caught it that I ran into you.
Sure. Planning a visit to the institution, are we?
Yeah. There's a researcher I'm looking for. One who's also interested in magic. He said he'd like to talk shop with me. Word is that he's invented all kinds of fantastic devices that are perfect for some truly amazing tricks. For example, he once made a miniature thermos that he kept stuffed up his sleeve. All he had to do was twitch his finger to activate the mechanism, and voila! The ice within would slide down and out through his sleeve. The ice trick, one of his myriad magic tricks.
Does that really count as magic? Feels more like a cheap sleight of hand. Ouch. I mean, being able to conceal it is a trick within itself. Most magic tricks aren't literally magic.
Of course it counts. Just think about it. You're a poor office worker sweltering behind your desk. You want nothing more than to head out and buy an ice-cold Fanta to quench your thirst. But it's just way too hot. The Fanta machine's broken and only dispenses warm Fanta, and there's no ice anywhere in the office.
Is this gonna be like a Back to the Future thing, where it's like either the late 1800s or early 1900s, and he builds like an ice machine, but it literally takes up the whole barn because that's the components he has to work with at the time?
Just as you totter on the edge of despair, the colleague beside you claps their hands, and a few ice cubes suddenly appear in your cup of Fanta. Just imagine, how would you feel?
I drink the iced Fanta first. Ah, my savior, the Archon of Ice Cubes.
Now you get it. That's what he researches. Close-up magic for daily use.
You know, the funny thing is, I actually don't like cold drinks or ultra-cold food. Like I've said, it hurts my teeth. Actually, it hurts my whole mouth and throat.
That's why I'm paying him a visit, too. I'd love to help him refine his close-quarters tricks and improve the impact of his close-up performances. After all, the most important part of magic is the performance, especially when you're up close and personal. Perform well and the audience will be spellbound. They'll think, I need to get closer. No, closer. I must see what surprises this magician's got in store for me.
Huh?
Here. This is for you, to commemorate our meeting today.
Sly. I'd say you're actually the greatest magician, Linny. You just wanted an excuse to give me flowers, didn't you?
Thanks for playing along. You truly are the best audience I could ask for. As long as you're beside me, I know even the thorny tricks will go off without a hitch. Uh-oh. Oh, would you look at the time? I'd better not keep our man waiting. See you next time.
He was off to a start, but then he couldn't finish it. We call that a swing and a miss. Let's see. I probably have time for one more. It's just where will it decide to be? 'Tis a mystery. You haven't finished the, Hazo. You can finish it off with Hazo, one of Best Boys. But yeah, I'll probably do just one more like this and save the rest for another video. So I'm running out of time. Looks like another uneventful day in Hanamizaka. Well, since I'm already out and about, I might as well grab a quick bite for reporting back to Madame Kujo. Hey, detectives. Gotcha! Detective Slacker. I can't call him that. But on the contrary, I've just finished my work as a Daoshin. My work as a detective has not yet begun. That accusation was almost too flimsy to bother refuting. Semantics, Hazo, so when does the case cracking start? Now, actually, I wasn't joking. Recently, a group of shady peddlers have been hawking illicit potions all over Hanamizaka. They used to be legitimate vendors, but have gone rogue for some reason. They're using their illegal business to cover up as cover to lead us in circles. The Daoshin have been in on it for ages without finding anything conclusive. So I plan to break the case wide open, in my way. Need help? We can team up. Appreciated, but this case isn't nearly serious enough to warrant you getting involved. Sango and the others have been conducting a covert operation for quite some time now. They've already got most of the evidence. Now, it's my turn. It'll be a cinch for the great Detective Hazo. Now that's a welcome sentiment. If everything goes well, I'll treat you to something tasty. Promise. That was shorter than I thought. If everything goes well, I'll treat you to something tasty. See, that's more of a follow-through than Linny. Linny came on strong, and then he bolted. That was the window of opportunity to ask, my dude. You whiffed it. Technically, it's Limine's window to ask too, but I think she's probably oblivious to it. Yeah, look how far along I am after this one. Oh, kind and generous Sea Rory. And all other Tanuki. I promise I'll bring you lots of treats next time, so please let me go this once.
And here I thought you were a fast runner, little Nekomata. Yet you can't even catch a few little Tanuki? Youth these days, no discipline at all.
You sound different. Kirara, what are you doing here? Having some trouble?
Oh, the hide-and-seek master has shown herself. Ask her for lessons.
Maybe I'm just used to the Japanese one that's like really fun.
Lamine, please help me reason with Roy. I really don't have time to play today. I've got a whole pile of deliveries left. Every time a delivery takes me through Tinshu Forest, Roy stops me and has me play hide-and-seek with the little Tanuki. It's fun to play with them every now and then, but when it's every single time, well, I'm on the clock. After all, it's not like I could just sit around here all day, even if a day like you, Roy.
You insolent little Nekomata! I am Ioroi, hidden protector of the grove. It is a most heavy responsibility I bear. What do you mean, sit around here? Do you mean to say that I am idle?
Quite literally.
Heavy responsibility, huh? True enough, you're pretty heavy now that you're a big old rock. But that's not the point. Hurry up and lift the barrier spell. I'm going to be late delivering my packages.
Why are young yokai all so impetuous? Did you really think I'd hinder your duties?
Yes.
Yobu Koban, has the package been delivered?
Yes! Left it on the table.
Huh? Wait, when did you... my package?
Ha! Still so young, little yokai. I knew who the package was for the moment you set foot in my forest. And while you wandered about, had Yobu Koban go and...
My delivery recipient?
What's wrong? Why are you suddenly radiating such intensity?
You don't mess with the mail, man.
My delivery recipient is stuck on top of the box.
Oh, the receipt. I'm sorry, not the receipt.
My delivery receipt is stuck on top of the box. If they don't sign it, then the delivery isn't considered complete. And if they throw away the box, I may as well have never delivered the package at all. If the delivery was for nothing, then you're not getting any moss clean next time I'm in Chinju Forest.
Sorry, a little more gusto.
You're not getting any moss clean the next time in Chinjo Forest. And once you're all overgrown, you're just a big dumb rock that nobody can even see.
You come back! Yobu Koban after her! You absolutely positively must help her get that receipt thingy back.
But it's a federal crime to get it back. Once a package has been delivered, it cannot be undone.
Okay, maybe one more. I keep saying that, but I feel like I'm getting close to getting some of these done. And some of these are shorter than others. Quite the slippery bunch, but there's no such thing as a deed that leaves no trace. How's the case coming along? I seem to have run into a minor snag. They're a bit sharper than I anticipated. Not only do they have a whole pile of middlemen who don't even know each other, but their sales channels are all one way. It's time to find a new angle. See? Oh, some of these are going to be even longer than... And then there's Sayu's. You know what? I have no idea if there'll be voice. I mean, she's a YouTuber, but I don't know which agency she was through. I don't think she'll be. How in the heck did I miss this one? To be fair, some of the spin crystals were added later. And Dory.
I see, I see. So no ninjutsu can disguise someone as a potion bottle after all. But think about it. A human-sized bottle. Now wouldn't that be an eye-catching sight?
Really? But making a ninja gadget like that would take forever. And it'd be a real pain, too.
What you trying to sell this time? What scheme you cooking up this time?
Oh, just... Traveler, what brings you here?
Sayu, what's she pushing on you?
I ran into Dory while I was shopping, and she dragged me into helping film an advertisement. She talked so fast, I couldn't even get a word in, and bought me lots of snacks and drinks, so I've been listening to her talk this whole time.
This little potion is nothing less than the newest, most valuable treasure in Lord Sangama Bay's portfolio. Behold, feast your eyes on the ultra-amazing miracle tonic guaranteed to make you taller with 0 effort.
The name's a guaranteed mouthful, never mind the potion.
Come on. Customers these days don't have the patience for in-depth pamphlets or detailed explanations. So I just crammed everything they need to know about the potion and its effects into the name. It's a bit long, sure, but it gets to the point across loud and clear.
Sounds nice, but I don't have any more. The Shrine Maiden took all my allowance.
Huh? Why? That's wage theft.
No, not at all. It's just for safekeeping. If I need money, I can ask her for it. I've never really understood budgeting and always spent too fast. So, by the end of the month, I never had anything left.
Yeah, some people need a little help.
Once the Shrine Maiden found out, she insisted on helping me do, an audit. Then she sat me down and went through my expenses all night long. Turns out, I keep buying random stuff, none of which I can actually use. My house is stuffed full of unopened Komania Express packages.
Is Genshin calling out my book collecting habit? I actually do read them, you know.
She helped me go through them and discovered 5 different types of hype-boosting medicines, 6 kinds of nutritional supplements, and a whole bunch of different shoes and insoles.
To be fair, as a ninja, you probably do need those insoles.
So she said that starting this month, she'll manage my stipend. If I want to buy something, I have to ask her first. No more impulse buying.
Ahem, so Miss Ninja, hypothetically, and I do mean hypothetically, if you were to tell that kind shrine maiden you wish to purchase my potion...
She'd never approve the expense. Who'd let Sayu buy that kind of potion?
Please, Lumine, such harsh language. Are you implying that I, Lord Sangama Bay, am lying?
You probably aren't lying. I mean, yeah, she is.
But of course, in matters of business, would I ever...
You just aren't telling the truth.
Lumine, how could you? Is that really how you see me? Do you know I'm neither the largest nor fastest of felines?
You're not a cheetah. And aren't lying. Don't even think about using corny jokes to weasel out of this. I see Sayu has rubbed off. How much mushroom soup did I have?
Ah, living up to your name and fame, to be so well versed in such knowledge, you are well traveled indeed. Fine, forget it. Miss Ninja, since Lumine is your friend, allow me to make you a special offer. She was just about to buy, too. But with Lumine here and acting all familiar with Sayu, I can't mark it up. As long as you're willing to help me make the ad, this potion is on the house. Ah, yes, that's the ticket. Short-term loss, long-term profit. Once sales take off, I'll earn every more back 12 times over. During the production of the advertisement, all potions you consume shall be free of charge. And that's not all. Lumine here, take this bottle, a free sample.
Did I just hear the word free escape your lips? Unbelievable.
Really? But with my height, can we really film an ad?
Not to worry. When it comes to making an ad, height simply isn't a problem. All you need to do is use your ninjutsu and poof! Turn yourself into a potion bottle, and then burst open with another big poof. And then potion bottles will come raining down from the sky. Now that'll wow audiences for sure.
I can't do that with my ninjutsu.
No problem. I managed to hire a magician from Fontaine to help. We'll film the ad together, and soon it'll be seen across Tavat.
Did you rope Linny into this?
Then I need to go ask for some time off. I've been working so hard lately, she'll definitely approve it.
The miracle tonic obtained from Dory. Guaranteed to make you taller with 0 effort. Is it actually in here? Yes, it is. It seems a little suspicious. Could growing taller really be this easy? No. I mean, there is medicines that they can give you. I highly doubt it's this. Said Great Fortune Slip written personally by Guji Yai Miko of the Grand Narukami Shrine. It is said that, or rather, Yai Miko says that the Fortune Slip has some sort of special power, question mark. I'm curious if any of these come in handy later. Why am I getting them?
Then I need to go ask for some time off. I've been working so hard lately, she'll definitely approve it.
Anyway, let's look at, how am I doing? New ones here. Yeah, I kind of don't like that I can't tell how far along these are. The fact that I've only done a couple with, Kale, Sino sound like there's gonna be another one. I've only done, like, one with Lynette, one with Frevene, one with Chevreuse. I feel like there's gonna be more going forward. So that'll be more of a reason to continue on at a later date. Apparently I can already claim all the rewards even though I haven't gotten them all yet. That also makes it really hard to know that I am done or not. I'm not gonna do any more, I'm just looking around. Liwa. Inazuma. Fontaine? I'm not seeing any. Oh, never mind. There's one by Nouvellette. One. Watch it be like the last one or something. But I feel like as soon as I do Nouvellettes.
The sweet, sweet taste of victory. And that's why I've never spent a single more.
I feel like as soon as I do Nouvellettes, it'll suddenly pop in a lot more, since there's a lot of threads that are left unopened. So this is probably where I'm going to call it for now, especially since I feel like there's more that'll happen with other characters, and since I've been going for the 2 hours time and then therefore out of time. So for now, I'm not going to do a poll until the quest itself is done, because it doesn't feel complete. But like and subscribe if you want to see more Genshin Impact, and I hope to see you all in future videos. I know it was a shorter one, but I still appreciate you stopping by anyway. Bye-bye.